morning, welcome to the 1111 Gathering, and today we're at entry number 129 in the book Faith Without Religion, and today's entry is titled Righteousness and Fruit. Blessed is the man who does not stand in the counsel of the wicked. In other words, do not take advice and guidance from those who walk in unrighteousness, says God. A righteous person is one who walks according to my way. An unrighteous person is by default a wicked person. There is no middle ground, says God. You are either righteous or not, wicked or not. Just as a man cannot serve both God and Mammon, he cannot be both righteous and wicked. The counsel of the wicked can never lead to righteousness. If you are a righteous person who stands in the counsel of the wicked, it does not turn you into a wicked person. It simply makes your righteousness ineffective. When your righteousness is ineffective, I cannot bless you. Hence, blessed is the man who does not stand in the counsel of the wicked. By the same token, blessed is not the man, by the same token, blessed is not the man who stands in the counsel of the wicked. Who are the wicked? How do you spot them? It is simple. They are the opposite of the righteous. By the very fact that they are not righteous, they have to be wicked. The easiest way to know if they're righteous is what? By their fruit, of course. It's very simple discernment. The fruit being produced by a people will immediately tell you if they are righteous or not. You cannot make a judgment, for it is not your place to judge, but you can observe based on your knowledge of the truth. The word did not say, do not be in the presence of the wicked. You cannot be a light to the world by avoiding it. The key is not to mastermind with or take advice from unrighteous people. Your primary counsel is my spirit, says God. Having said all this, you are entirely responsible for your own fruit. You cannot point fingers or blame others for the fruit in your own life. Whatever circumstances or conditions have blossomed in your life have been caused by the seeds that you have allowed to be planted. You must take responsibility for that crop, just as the farmer who gets an unsatisfactory result. If there is fruit that you do not want to repeat, you must start over. Tear out that fruit and discard it. Eliminate the thoughts and behavior that produced it. Prune that tree back to the roots. Now start adding food, which is my word, to those roots. Shine life-giving light through my spirit onto that tree. Nurture it with righteousness, and expect a bumper crop of fruit that is sweet to the taste, life-giving, and attractive to others. So much so that they will want to know how to get some for themselves. Then the truth will spread, and the number of those walking in righteousness will multiply. I've provided a formula which you have never completely followed. As you know, there is no condemnation from me, just disappointment at the undeveloped potential. The formula is your guide. Like any other recipe, if you do not use it or you miss out certain ingredients, it does not work. Your body also works to a formula. Suppose it says today, well, I guess I won't bother with the breathing today. What would happen? Every part of the formula has to be applied to make it function and bear fruit. The hardest aspect for most is the issue of finances. Many have struggled with this or have never been able to get control of their finances correctly because they have never successfully extracted themselves from the service of mammon. This is where you should draw your line in the sand. In order to start serving me, you have to stop serving mammon. Together, we will eliminate all of your previous obligations and get you on track. My formula will keep you on track. That way, you are standing in my counsel and not that of the wicked. Concern yourself only with right thinking, followed by right actions. Wow, again, a lot in there. And we keep coming back to that theme, or those two themes, following the formula and not being in the service of mammon, which drags people down all the time. So you may be wondering, well, why did God keep giving Frank these same messages, particularly the one about the service of mammon and financial management or mismanagement, as it was in some cases? The reason, I guess, is because it was something that I consistently kept struggling with in my life. As a young person, I never got any financial education, particularly not from a spiritual perspective. So many of us have already developed financial habits before we come into a close relationship with the Lord. And then we realize that in order to walk in the fullness of our calling, we're going to have a major paradigm shift about the way that we think about money and the way that we manage money. We have to learn that this money, this mammon, is a dangerous spiritual entity that you have to take dominion over. Because if you don't take dominion over it, it's going to take dominion over you. So today I encourage you, go and spend a little bit of time. Look at your financial profile, your mammonic profile, if we want to call it that, and look at who's controlling whom. Because if you are struggling to keep up with credit card payments, loans of various kinds, whatever it might be, if you consistently find that there is too much month left at the end of the money, there's obviously a problem there that you need to be addressing. And then what you do is you get quiet, you get with the Spirit of God, and you ask Him specifically, what do I need to do to get this house in order? What do I need to do to break the bond, break the shackles of this control that mammon is exerting over me? The Lord will show you the way. And again, there He referenced to me the formula which we touched upon briefly yesterday. Word, spirit, cross, word. It's very simple. It starts with this. Once you get into this book, your life will change. Because you will start doing things that you weren't doing before. You'll start thinking in a way that you weren't thinking before. You'll be able to cleanse yourself from the worries of the world and the deceitfulness of riches by following that blueprint that He gave you in His living word. All right, well, that's it for today. We'll see you back here again tomorrow at 11:11.